up, guys? I am back for some more reaction videos. As you know, I did the Mariano Rivera's last game and cried, pretty much. I didn't cry too badly. I'm very proud of myself because I used to really bawl during that video a few years ago. But I still cried a little. So now I'm actually going to do another Core 4 member, Andy Pettitte. This is his second time around, because he didn't really have a goodbye the first time around. And fun fact, Mariano Rivera made sure that Andy had a goodbye this time around because they retired the same year, and Andy wasn't going to say anything, but Mariano was like, no, you have to say it. You have to let the fans say goodbye. So before I get into this, I want you guys to remember to always, if you want to see more videos, subscribe, and don't forget to make any suggestions or recommendations for videos for clips or anything you'd like me to check out and react to. Right now I'm busy reacting to old things that I've already seen, but I definitely want to see new stuff, so make sure you comment down below. So for this video, I have two different clips that I'm gonna react to, only because Andy's different than the other three Core 4 members. He left the Yankees for like 2 or 3 seasons, only to be able to go home to Houston and play in Houston. So there's actually 2 goodbyes, which to me, I feel like everything always worked out for the better for the Core 4, except for Jorge. But I think it was always meant to be that they didn't make the playoffs those 2 seasons where they were ready to say goodbye, because after Andy's final game at Yankee Stadium, he was set to pitch in Houston for the final time. So it was just like meant to be. And so we're gonna first check out his final, him leaving the game in Yankee Stadium, and then we're gonna watch him pitch a complete game in Houston, which is kind of amazing at his age. So here's the first clip at Yankee Stadium. I don't know if I'm gonna cry or not, but we'll see. I don't think so. No. He really was the Rock in postseason. All the Core 4 members were, but especially in 2009 against the Phillies, it seemed like he always got the ball. Well, not just against the Phillies, but throughout the whole playoffs in 2009, it seemed like he always got the ball when we needed him, like every time, and especially in 2009, and especially during the Great Dynasty. But 2009 is the World Series playoffs that I remember the most, because I was very young during the Dynasty, but we definitely needed Andy, and we still are looking for another Andy Pettitte. I'm telling you, very hard to replace these guys. It really is. So here we go. There's John Ryan Murphy again. Derek. Because the first time he retired, he just retired. And we didn't get to say goodbye. And then a year after, he came back. And I always remember my mom texting me while I was in school, going to one of my classes in college, and she texted me and was like, did you hear? Did you hear? Andy Pettitte's coming back. And I went on Google so fast, and I was like, oh, yes! And I was happy we got the right goodbye. I was happy that Mo told him he needs to share the moment, because, I mean, we need to say goodbye to our childhood. Ugh! Derek and Andy. Derek will be next. I know, you're probably like, wait, this is like exactly the same thing as Mo. But I'm like, it's different, okay? Yes, sir, he's saying goodbye just like Mo did, but it's different. And he and Cece have like the best friendship relationship because he helped Cece Sabathia so much his last few seasons, because they were both lefties, and Andy knew exactly what Cece was going through his last final, so I love that moment where they hugged, because he meant so much to Cece and still meant so much to Cece. So. Gotta say goodbye, Andy. Gotta go out, man. I got tears. So much.
Well, that's pretty emotional. The first person that greeted him was his longtime teammate, Derek Jeter, in the minor leagues together. And you can see that was a very warm and tender embrace where there was something said between the two of them, and then everybody in that Yankee dugout. Then the crowd said, we love him.
He got me, I'll tell you that. You can tell at the end. I mean, his father's here. He's looking up for his family. His wife and kids came in. I mean, it seems like 15, 20 years of just kind of all comes at once. And there's his father, who I'm sure that has a lot of emotions himself. Andy Pettitte's done so much for this
There they hug again.
organization. It's just all of a sudden it comes to a head when it's over, and you just realize, 5 seconds ago he was so intense on just getting an out, and then as you walk off the field, all this stuff, all this emotion is allowed to creep in.
And now Al, he's feeling it now, right?
Yeah, no doubt. I'm not watching, and I'm with you guys. I felt that completely. I mean, he went from the emotion of leaving a slider up to Sandoval, looking at Girardi. He knows it's the right move. His pitch counts up, all that. It wasn't that frustration, but now the reflection on his career, really. I mean, so much is going through your mind right now. It's how it all plays out, not just for this game, but over the last 17 years.
That's what gets me, are the hugs that they have with each other, because yes, they're saying goodbye to their careers, but they're also saying goodbye to the teammates they played with for so long. And again, for Mariano, for Andy, for Derek, and even for Jorge, they played together since they were in minor league. That is so long, and Derek was 18 when he went through the minor league, so Derek Jeter, all he knew were Andy and Mo and even Jorge, and it's just... And I know a lot of you are probably like yelling at me like, don't forget Bernie, but like, I know, Bernie was there too, but it's different between the four of them. So now let's go to Andy's real final game, which I think was amazing. And again, I've said it before, it's just amazing how things work out for the core four members. The way the script, it's like no one could ever write a script for these guys, and it just happens to happen. It's just meant to be. Meant to be. And you'll see what I mean again when I do Derek's final home game. It's just meant to be. Now we're in Houston. Andy, it's the 9th inning. He's gonna finish his career.
At Minute Maid Park. The 1-0 from Pettitte. Grounded to third. This could be it. Nunez across the diamond. Yankees win 2-1. And Andy Pettitte completes his career with a complete game. What a way to go.
I mean, who can say that they get to finish out their career at home in Yankee Stadium, but then really at home, where you grew up, where the only other place you ever played, and you get to pitch a complete game at home in front of your family, in front of your friends, and again, this was the only other place he ever played, and if it wasn't Houston, because back then Houston were the good guys, not the Houston of a few years ago, but Houston was the good guys then. But like, I was okay with him going to Houston because he wanted to play for his home team. But then again, I was really happy he came back to the Yankees. But it's just amazing. It's just meant to be that these guys finished their careers the way they finished. I would have loved them finishing as World Series champs, but it was just meant to be this way. So let's continue.
Well, the whole bullpen on the run, on the march.
Yeah.
Congratulate Andy Pettitte. The bullpen was not needed today. They got a day off before the final.
There they are again.
And Andy Pettitte. What can you say, Michael? This
Oh, Jabba.
He had not had a complete game since 2006. He's the oldest starting pitcher in baseball. In the 161st game of the Yankee season, and he spins a complete game to end his career in just the perfect manner. And the crowd chanting Andy Pettitte here just miles from his hometown of Deer Park. What a way to end it. You know, we talk about Mo and what a special guy he is. And
There's
you
these.
can't believe how special a guy Andy Pettitte is. And if anybody deserves to go out on his terms, it's Andy. And boy, did he go out on his terms with a complete game 2-1 victory.
a complete game. And
That's why I was happy he came back. Because, oh God, I'm getting emotional. More emotional for this. Because I want to say goodbye to them. You know? Like, Jorge, I'm going to keep mentioning Jorge because I feel bad that he never got that goodbye. But these players didn't owe us anything because they've already done so much, but all I knew were Andy Pettitte, Mariano Rivera, Derek Jeter, Jorge Posada. They're the only ones I've ever knew my whole life at that time, and it was just, we had to say goodbye. We did. And as much as Michael Kay does annoy me sometimes during the games, he does have like great comments during their last moments. So
You're right. The score 2-1. Every pitch was a pressure pitch, particularly after the runner got on in the ninth inning. But you know there wasn't much margin for error this afternoon.
There's the three of them.
I only had one inning where the Astros really hit the ball hard. That was the seventh. All 3 outs were hard hit, but Andy rebounded from there.
And Houston is staying over there because they know.
Earlier, Kenny, he said, I've never felt dominant in my career. I've always felt I've had a grind out there, battle every single bit of the way, and that's exactly what he did tonight. He gets a hug from Joe Girardi, used to be his catcher, now his manager. He let Andy finish it, and Andy finishes the game and finishes his career on a high note. Now he's the only pitcher in big league history to pitch over 15 years and not have a losing season. So he evens his record at 11-11. And what a way for him to go out.
Over 50 family and friends in attendance, and but nobody's leaving. They're all standing and cheering for Andy Pettitte here at Minute Maid Field.
And his teammates are out there, and they're clapping for him now. They'll send Andy out to the mound, where there'll be Yankee fans and Texans saying thank you.
God, I should have remembered tissues. God, what? Why is this gotta be an ad? Ugh. That was it? Wait a minute. So we don't get to see him say like, they got me. They really got me. I thought we were gonna see him waving to the Houston Astro team that was there. Oh God. Wow. Anyways, that kind of ruined the moment that ended. But yeah, I'm crying. I'm probably gonna do Derek Jeter's next. So, why do I do this to myself? I always ask that because I watch these videos every few years, and I always ask that, like, why do I do this to myself? But now it's on YouTube, my reactions, and it's just, you know. But yeah, there we go. Another Core 4 member off to retirement. But again, I think it was amazing at how it all worked out. Whew. Please, if you make any recommendations or suggestions of videos that you want me to react to, can you give me a warning that I'm going to need tissues? Because I'm kind of really upset that I did not bring tissues in this room. Yeah, so again, if you want to see more reaction videos from me, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to let me know if you what other things you want me to react to. Whew. Alright guys, this is fun. I'm having more fun doing these reaction videos than I actually thought I would. So keep them coming, and see you guys in the next video. I'll probably cry in that video too. But yeah, so bye guys.